Viva's Language Learning Episode 3 Taking a Trip Vocabulary. Hi everyone, welcome to VLL Viva's Language Learning, where you can improve your English just a few minutes a day. So let's get started with today's lesson. दोस्तों, क्या आपको भी घूमना फिरना और नई नई जगह देखना पसंद है? अगर हाँ, तो आज का टॉपिक आपके लिए जरूर हेल्पफुल होगा. Because in today's lesson, I am going to share with you some words related to travel, holidays and vacation. You should try to learn as many of them possible so you will be able to use them in conversation or understand them when other people speak. कई बार आप लोगों ने कुछ वर्ड्स ड्यूरिंग योर जर्नी सुने होंगे या देखे होंगे, लेकिन उसका करेक्ट मीनिंग आपको पता नहीं होता. इसीलिए आप इजीली होटल या तो एयरपोर्ट जैसी जगह पर कन्वर्सेशन करना टालते होंगे. But after learning these words, you will be able to say what you want to do when you travel again. आप अब नेक्स्ट टाइम जब ट्रैवल करें तब इन वर्ड्स को यूज डेफिनेटली करना और अपने आप को कॉन्फिडेंट फील करना. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. एयरफेयर, द मनी पेड टू ट्रैवल बाय एयरप्लेन, यानी कि हवाई किराया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई वुड लव टू विजिट पेरिस बट आई कैंट अफोर्ड द एयरफेयर. आई, a long narrow passage between sitting areas in a passenger vehicle, यानी कि सीटिंग एरिया के बीच का छोटा सा रास्ता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेक श्योर नॉट टू ब्लॉक द आइल विथ योर शॉपिंग कार्ट. अराइवल्स एरिया, द एरिया ऑफ एन एयरपोर्ट वेयर इनकमिंग पैसेंजर्स अराइव. एयरपोर्ट की वो जगह जहां पर पैसेंजर प्लेन में जाने के लिए आते हैं. यू विल नीड टू शो योर पासपोर्ट व्हेन यू गेट टू अराइवल्स. Baggage claim, an area in an airport where arriving passengers collect their baggage. अपने सामान को वापस कलेक्ट करने की जगह. We stayed in baggage claim area for 3 hours. Board, to get onto trains, buses, ships, etc. विमान, जहाज, बस आदि में सवार होना. We said goodbye and boarded the train. Another word for board is embark. Boarding pass, a card that allows you to board a ship or plane. प्लेन में बैठने के लिए आवश्यक कार्ड. Please present your boarding pass to the flight attendant. Check-in, to announce your arrival at a hotel or airport. अपने आगमन की जानकारी देना. Passengers are requested to check in 2 hours before the flight. Cruise, an ocean trip taken for pleasure. समुद्र में मुसाफरी करना. Tom and Mary went on a cruise near Italy for their honeymoon. Departure lounge, a seating area in an airport where passengers wait immediately prior to boarding. हवाई मुसाफरी के पहले पैसेंजर के लिए प्रतीक्षा खंड. We sat in the departure lounge waiting for our flight to be called. Duty free goods, goods that you can bring into a country without paying tax on them. टैक्स फ्री चीजें जो आप अपने देश में ला सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ही बॉट हिज वाइफ सम ड्यूटी फ्री परफ्यूम. एक्सकर्शन, अ शॉर्ट जर्नी टेकन फॉर प्लेजर, यूजुअली बाय अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, यानी कि सैर. वी वेंट टू मनाली ऑन अ स्कूल एक्सकर्शन. फ्लाइट अटेंडेंट, अ पर्सन हुज जॉब इज टू सर्व एंड टेक केयर ऑफ पैसेंजर्स इन अ प्लेन, यानी कि वायुयान परिचारक. The flight attendant welcomed us aboard. Guided tour, an activity of walking around a town, building, etc. accompanied by a guide, यानी कि निर्देशित दौरा. Guided tours are conducted during tourist season. Inn, a small hotel usually in the countryside. छोटी सी होटल या तो फिर धर्मशाला. We spent the night at the village inn. Itinerary, a plan or a list of places to be visited on a journey, including the route, यानी कि यात्रा कार्यक्रम. The next place on our itinerary was Shimla. Jet lag, the feeling of being tired and slightly confused after flying a very long distance because of a time difference between the places left and arrived. लंबी विमान यात्रा से यात्री को हुई थकावट. I am still suffering from jet lag after my trip to Australia. KEEPSAKE, a small object or gift that reminds you of a person or an event. Upahar, Vanisha bought a small trinket from the gift shop as a memento of her trip to Paris. Another word for keepsake is souvenir, यानी कि यात्रा की निशानी. Knapsack, a bag that you carry on your shoulders, यानी कि झोला. He had a knapsack over his shoulder. Landing, the action of bringing an aircraft down to the ground after being in the air. हवाई जहाज का नीचे उतरना. The helicopter had to make an emergency landing. Take off, the time when a plane leaves the ground and begins to fly, यानी कि उड़ान भरना. The plane will take off in 20 minutes. Leisure time, यानी कि खाली समय, when you are not working or studying and can relax or do something that you enjoy. What did you do with yourself in leisure time? Off-peak, a time when less people take trips and tickets are usually cheaper. Opposite of off-peak is peak time, a time when the greatest number of people are traveling. The company has created two schedules, one for the peak time and other for off-peak time. Overnight bag, a bag for holding clothes and other necessities when staying away from home for one night or a short period of time. एक या दो दिन के सामान का थैला. He realized he had left his overnight bag at hotel. Return ticket, a ticket for a trip to a place and back again, यानी कि वापसी की टिकट. Single ticket यानी कि सिर्फ जाने की टिकट, a ticket for a one-way trip to a place. It's usually cheaper to buy a return ticket than two singles. Sightseeing, the activity of visiting the famous or interesting sites of a place. दर्शनीय स्थलों की सैर. Sightseeing is the best done either by tours or by bicycles. Stopover, a temporary stop for a day or two during a long trip. यात्रा के दौरान थोड़ी देर ठहरने की क्रिया, यानी कि पड़ाव. Our tickets to Australia include a stopover for 2 nights in Singapore. Unpack, to remove things from a suitcase, bag or box. सामान का खोलना. I unpacked my suitcase as soon as I arrived. Voyage, a long journey to some distant place in a ship or an aircraft. समुद्री या हवाई की लंबी मुसाफरी. Have a nice voyage. I am planning a voyage. Hike, a long walk in the country. देहाती क्षेत्र में लंबी पैदल यात्रा करना. We went on a 20-kilometer hike at the weekend. Getaways, a quick vacation for the weekend just to get away from work, school, etc. छोटी सी सैरगाह. I love going to the beach, weekend getaways and dinner with close friends. So that's it for today's lesson. अगर आप भी अपनी इंग्लिश इम्प्रूव करना चाहते हैं तो वीवाज लैंग्वेज लर्निंग के यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. Thanks for listening and I'll see you next time. Keep practicing in English and I hope you'll have a wonderful day.